Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, yes, I know we're a little bit late on content today, but we're going to be taking a look at all the new cards, talking about which ones are worth picking up, which ones really aren't, and also going to be talking about just this drop as a whole and how kind of honestly pointless I think of it as right now in 2K in my team. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Now, in all honesty, I mean, this is not a horrific drop in some ways, but overall, a drop that is mostly bad diamonds and no real top tier elite cards. It's like, meh, it's just nothing special. I don't know how this is going to entice people to spend money. I'll just say that. For example, like Robert Ory, all they can do is shoot and dunk. That's it. For a sapphire budget card, I guess he's not totally horrifically awful, but he's got no speed and no defense. Card is not good overall, just a decent dunker and shooter, and that is it. Paul George is a pretty good salary cap, like Ruby, basically is what I'd say about PG. 84 speed, 83 ball, 90 driving dunk, defensively not horrible. But he's a Ruby, he's missing a lot of badges. Like, he's still not an elite level card, you know what I'm saying, at this point in the game. Not a card you'd count on to be like a truly elite option or anything like that. Just okay for Ruby. Andrew Bogut is 7 foot, 7'3" wingspan, but he's got 37 speed, 33 3 ball. This card's useless because he can't shoot and he's horrifically slow. Darius Miles is on paper very solid, but his jumper's not great. With that being said, he does have versatile defense, very athletic, decent shooter, good speed, half posterizer. Now, I will say, like I said, his defense isn't like unbelievable and his jumper's pretty bad, but there are worse cards for sure. Like, he's not horrifically bad. He's a decent little budget card. Jeff Teague is 6'3" point guard, 93 speed, 84 3 ball, 85 driving dunk, 93 perimeter, 75 interior, though not great. I mean, he's not horrible for like a diamond PG, but he's not great either. I don't know, still not a card I probably look at and go, oh yeah, this card's a stud. I don't think he's a great option as a diamond or anything. Steven Jackson is the best of the diamonds. Good speed, good shooter, great slasher, good defender, all around just good card. He does everything pretty well. Badge wise, pretty solidly complete. Not missing like a ton of really important badges either, which is nice. He's a solidly complete, really decent option at the small forward position, and definitely, in my opinion, the best of the diamonds. And it's not even close. If he winds up being decently affordable, he would be the guy from today's drop that I would contribute that you should consider picking up. Other than that, nobody else in the diamonds honestly are all that good. Like Quentin Richards said, 85 speed, 93 3 ball, but 75 driving dunk. Defensively, he's bad. His badges besides shooting badges aren't very good. No, we'll pass. Lou Will, 6'2" point guard, 45 driving dunk, 25 interior, 45 block, only an 84 perimeter, by the way, as well. Like, no D badges. This card he might be decently fun offensively, but he can't shoot. I'm sorry, he can't dunk, and defensively, he is super mid. Definitely, again, not a card that I think of as top of the list whatsoever in terms of actually being a tough option or anything like that. Josh Hart is 6'4" at small forward. I've actually heard good things about this card, but being 6'4" at small forward does kind of hurt a card. Like, I understand he's got every defensive badge in the game, very complete badges as a whole. Nice to see. Stat and badge wise, he's a stud, but I don't think stat and badges by themselves are enough to make a card actually like actively really good. And he's a guy that realistically I'd probably still stay away from, just because for what he is, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, but I just feel like the price isn't really worth overall. I just don't think. I think at that height anyway, I don't know. The height's like, you could probably overlook it. He's like a better version of that Amethyst Ludort that was out at one point, but I think 6'4" does hurt for sure, despite how good he is in every other way. JJ Redick is 6'3" at shooting guard with a 76 speed. The card is atrocious. I get that he was a really solid player in real life, but this card sucks. He's horribly slow. He's not a good defender, and he's 6'3" at 2 guard. Can't even play the 1. The card is really bad. He's like a no-brainer no. Gilbert Arenas is 6'4" with a 6'9" wingspan. I will say Agent Zero is pretty good. He's got half Deadeye, Limitless, Shifty Shooter, Layup, Mixed Master, Handles for Days, Lightning Launch, 85 driving dunk, 94 3 ball, 93 speeds, agility, speed ball, 95 ball handle, 95 vert, 95 pass accuracy. Defensively, not bad. Especially if you add like off ball pest, paint patroller, immovable enforcer to him. I mean, solid, the complete good point guard option. Movement wise, I mean, pro dribble style, Kobe escape isn't great. It isn't terrible. It'll get the job done. It's got normal fade, decent jump shot. Like, overall, should be a very, very solid card. Definitely a good point guard option. He's not like the best point guard in the game or anything, but he'll be up there in the top 10 somewhere. Definitely still a solid option at the PG spot. For those of y'all out there who may like Agent Zero, Cedric Maxwell would be really, really good if he had his 3-ball higher than his 72. If they'd give him like a mid-80s 3-ball, he'd be a stud because he's elite defensively, great finisher, good playmaker, fast, versatile, great dunker, great defender. But 72 3-ball is just real low at this point in the game. Like, that's not ideal for being a super consistent high-level catch-and-shoot shooter. And so Cedi, again, is one of those guys who's like, he's been really good in previous 2Ks. He's probably very good in some ways as a card. But realistically, it's hard to... I don't know. It's hard to make too much of an argument for a guy with a 72 3-ball at the small forward position at this point. I feel like maybe I'm hating to say that a little bit, but it's just, to me, I want more. I want a higher 3-ball from a guy who's going to be in mostly a catch and shoot situation off the ball. I want them to be able to green contested shots and stuff like that and be a little bit more consistent, I think, from the outside. So to me, good card, yes. Worth buying, probably not. And then finally, the last card of the drop is Jalen Brunson, who is 6'2", 6'4" wingspan, 96 speed, 96 agility, 97 3-ball. Defensively very good besides the low block, but a 70 driving dunk isn't ideal. No defensive hops at 6'2". Now, I understand offensively he's very good, but not a great slasher isn't ideal either. He's got a good jumper. He's got great playmaking. Like, I get that he moves well. I get that his jumper's really nice. I get all that. He's not an elite level dunker, and I don't think he's going to play exceptionally great defense at the point guard position without the Hoff badges and stuff. Like, he's like a worse Chauncey Billups defensively, but like definitely worse. Same size, but like noticeably worse in the defensive end of the court badge wise and stuff like that. I do think he'll still be solid on the perimeter. I don't think he'll be great on the interior though. Overall, I mean, maybe if you add a movable enforcer, paint patroller, brick wall, stuff like that, that will help. But I just think, again, the inability to dunk the ball isn't ideal. Comparing him to a guy like Chauncey Billups, he's a much faster jumper, better movement, but like, I don't think he's like all that game changing of a card or anything like that. I don't know. I wish Brunson was really good because I like his cards, but he's just too small realistically at this point on the defensive end of the court to be truly an elite card. So with that being said, this set does draw lock in for a Galaxy Opal. Hidden gem. I wouldn't recommend locking it in. It's gonna be a very expensive set to lock in, especially for that. And I don't think that's probably worth it. But when I look at this drop today, I mean, if you're a big Agent Zero fan, Brunson fan, something like that, you can add those guys. Otherwise, I think Steven Jackson's your best bet for cards to add from this drop. Definitely not a drop that I would recommend spending any sort of money on or anything like that. Maybe you grind out the free $10, which I'll make a video on how to get that done in a little bit. But that would be about it from today's content. That is going to do it for the video, though. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.